Welcome back to The Seed, where we deep dive into the roots of growth, both in business and life. I'm Lisa Resnick, your host, and today we're focusing on something crucial, very crucial in my life right now, making September all about health. Now, I'm not just talking about hitting the gym or eating a salad, though those things do matter and are great. I'm talking about holistic health that encompasses your business, your mind, and your body. Because at the end of the day, they all go hand in hand. Welcome to The Seed, cultivating growth and empowering women in business, brought to you by Dandelion Inc. I'm your host, Lisa Resnick, and this podcast is all about connecting, developing, and supporting women in business. Join me as we explore tips and insights on leadership, business development, and social media strategies that can help you thrive. We'll also hear from amazing guests who share their stories and experiences, offering inspiration and practical advice for your entrepreneurial journey. So tune in, download, like, and subscribe. And remember, if you love what you hear, share it with others. Together, let's cultivate growth and empower women in business. Okay, so I am sitting back in my office right now, which also is a dual function. Actually, it might be more than dual functioning because of my other businesses that I will have here. But this is also known as my podcast studio. I honestly have been working in so many other locations. This is the first time I've been in here in this space for probably a few weeks. So I want everybody, before they even think about renting and having a physical office space, really determine how often you will be in that space. Because if you're like me, that is barely ever there because of virtual meetings all the time, or the desire and the need to be working in other creative spaces like coffee shops, restaurants, libraries, you name it. Like having one honed in space that I'm paying for on a monthly basis is one of those things that if I could go back and know then what I know now, my choices would have been different. But that's okay, because I'm sitting here in my all good sweatshirt, all comfy and cozy, and I am wearing my dandelion bracelet that is all about positivity, it's all about resilience, and most importantly, in this month of September, it's all about transformation. You see, as much as I want to grow my business, I am not willing to sacrifice my sanity or my family to do so. And there's a lot happening this month. Dandelion Inc. is going through a much needed transition, and I couldn't be more excited about it. I mean, really, it has been probably in my mind and planning and mapping out branding, websites, memberships, you name it. Online courses, you name it. All the things have been going through my mind and being planned and mapped out on paper for over the past 6 months. So I am super excited about this. This transition means that we've reached the point where we can take things to the next level, because really that's what I was waiting for. It's a big deal because it comes with a lot of transformations. Like I said, branding, website updates, emails, social media presence, and finding new ways to take up space. But here's the key. All of these changes are rooted in aligning my passions and my purpose with the people I serve. I am passionate about making what we offer as accessible as possible to solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, mompreneurs, small business, or even those who are just starting out with an idea. I am super about that, no matter how many times it is it is stated to me you're undervaluing yourself, and how does that impact the rest of the industry? Or I will do the comparisons and be like, oh, wow, look at where they are now and look at their price points. But I am okay. I am okay with the price points that I will be setting yet again for those solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, mompreneurs, small businesses, or even those that are starting off with the idea, because I want to make this information and everything that we do accessible. At the same time, though, I'm looking ahead to the months to come, making sure I'm setting myself up to be present for the events in October, the holiday gatherings, and planning for Q1 and Q2 of Dandelion Inc. So September, right now, is all about being healthy, physically and mentally, so I can hone in, focus, and overcome those little subconscious voices that hold me back from crossing items off my list that I know I need to do. Getting into that uncomfortable space never gets easy, folks. It just doesn't. But we all need to do it over and over again. So you might be asking, how am I doing this? Well, let me tell you. I already worked out, eat healthily, and balanced family, friendships, and work pretty well. I really do. I've worked really hard to get this point, mapped it out, know like what I need to do in order to balance everything out as best as possible. But here's something I've learned from years of practicing yoga. There's always places to grow. The number one thing I'm doing in the month of September is I'm eliminating alcohol. I know what lies ahead, what I'm immersed in currently, and I want to be able to enjoy it. So whether you want to admit it or not, alcohol is a distraction. Now, I'm not saying everybody, to each their own. This is for me. It is a distraction for me. For me, alcohol, even one glass of wine, impacts my focus the following day. And I am not about to let that happen. To me, a glass of wine is all about relaxation. And I love that when I'm able to fully immerse in that. But this month is not the month to make that happen. So if I want to enjoy October, November, December, and still maintain my company to be at the level that I want it to be, and then grow from even there, then this is something that I have already incorporated and will be incorporating throughout the remainder of the days of September. Next, I'm being honest with myself and saying no to anything new, no matter how much I want to do it. I know my plate, and I know I have to eat the peas on the plate. If you all knew me, you would know how much I do not like peas. Adding more carbs to fill me up so I can push off those peas even longer is not going to do me any good. Even though I love carbs, I'm going to eat the peas before I can enjoy any of the carbs. Hence, the month of September. And finally, I'm following Brene Brown's rule of thumb, nothing is 50-50. My priorities are my family, my work, and then my social life. This month, I'm forecasting those percentages as 35, 55, 10. Now, of course, there's always those numbers in between, but high level, 35, 55, 10. Q4 will probably shift to 40, 25, 35. So I'm going to keep those percentages accurate by doing the work now, using my Sundays more productively to prepare for the week ahead. Meal prep, time block, self-care, family care. Now, let's talk about you. We all know that the year-end chaos is just around the corner. The holidays, the rush to meet business goals, family gatherings, it can all feel so overwhelming. But here's the thing, you can start preparing now to make it all a little easier on yourself. And here is how. Set clear goals. Set your clear priorities. Just like I'm doing with my work-life balance percentages, take a moment to define what's most important to you. Is it spending time with family, crushing those year-end business goals, or maybe it's just taking care of your health? Whatever it is, write it down and make a plan to focus on those top priorities. And I'm serious about this. I actually had a whole on conversation with my eldest son the other day. He has these goals. And I looked at him. I said, how are you going to attain that goal? And he just started listing off actions. And I said, okay, but what's your how? And he's like, well, what do you mean? I go, well, what's your how to perform these actions? And I think this is the biggest misstep when people are setting their priorities and setting their goals, is you have to clearly back it out from when you want to achieve it all the way through to the point where you're at now. Which, by the way, when I mentioned at the beginning of this, the 6 months that I've been mulling over, planning, writing out, I knew this September was coming because this was the month, this was the goal that I was setting. So I already backed it out to the point where I am at now. And it's like if this was a marathon, I am now hitting mile 20. And anybody who's run a marathon before knows that mile 20 to 24 are your hardest miles. I mean, they're tough, man. They're really tough. So the other thing you need to start doing is start saying no. This one can be super tough because we are so inherently people pleasing, because that is what has been expected of us, taught to us, surrounded to us all throughout our lives. So this is a tough one, but it's so essential. Look at what's on your plate and start saying no to anything that doesn't align with your priorities right now. Whether it's a new project, a social event, or even just a small task that you know will drain your energy. Learn to say no so you can focus on what really matters. There's already been a couple of instances so far this month where people have their levels of where they want me to show and ask me to show, but I'm like, no, this month is the time that needs to be spent on Dandelion Inc. and reaching new levels. As much as I love what you're doing, I cannot be the active participant that you want me to without hurting something else that is super important to me, my family. And I ain't taking away more time from my family. It's just not happening. My work, I can't afford it. If you want me to be that person for you, then I need to focus in on my work now, so then eventually I can be that person for you. And then my friendships and my social life. Listen, as much as I enjoy, I am an extrovert introvert. So I thrive off of my people. I need their presence. Even if I'm just sitting there, listening in to all their conversations, hearing their laughter, seeing their eyes twinkle when they talk about the things that they love. I need those things in my life. Those things are essential for my existence and keeping the way and who I am. But with that being said, I had my percentages listed out, as you need to as well. So it is okay to say no, not at this time. Eliminate distraction. Whether it's alcohol, excessive screen time, or even certain relationships. Identify what's distracting you from your goals and start cutting back. The less clutter you have, the more space you'll have to focus on what's important. Use your Sundays wisely. Like I said, Sundays are a golden opportunity to set yourself up for a successful week. I do this, have been doing this, take time to meal prep. Y'all can do it. It's super easy. You don't have to have every single, but if you start doing, if you need pico for your tacos and you just dice up the pico for your Tuesday tacos, Taco Tuesday, if you do that now, then that's less effort that you have to take on a day that you know that you are going to be super busy. So take time to meal prep, organize your schedule, and take care of yourself. These simple habits can reduce your stress and keep you on track as the week unfolds. And then finally, what you need to do is surround yourself with support. Please don't go on it alone. Whether it's your friends, family, or a community of like-minded individuals, surround yourself with people who are also striving and thriving. They'll help keep you motivated and grounded when things get tough. And I'm going to be honest, the other crazy thing that happens is you don't even think about the doubts and everything because you are surrounded by support and positivity, that it helps drown out those internal noises that we have, that we hear in our brains of all the things that are holding us back from inching forward. So this month is foundational to the core. And in order to be successful in creating a solid foundation, healthy actions need to be part of it. This is how you keep away the stress, the burnout, all the things that can derail you, so you can stay focused and aligned with your business and with your purpose. I can't stress this enough. Don't wait until the end of the year or the beginning of next year to start laying down the groundwork. Start today. Really, start today. Doesn't have to be the beginning of the day. I don't know why we think that way, but it can be at any moment, any given moment. So start today. And remember, you're not in this alone. Surround yourself with like-minded people who are striving and thriving just like you. So let's make September our healthiest month yet, physically, mentally, and in business. I know you got this. Until next time, keep growing and keep thriving. Thank you, everyone, for listening in to The Seed. If you'd like to receive our weekly newsletter, go to dandelion-inc.com and click Let's Connect. And please be sure to subscribe to the Seeds podcast to hear more inspiring stories from other badass women that are all around us. Remember, behind every woman is a tribe of other successful women who have their back. To you all, thank you.